My name is Keith Smith. I'm the Deputy Director of the Houston Police Department's Office of Community Affairs. I want to thank everyone for joining us today. We are here collectively to announce the Houston Police Department's 40th Annual March on Crime campaign. It's my pleasure to welcome our Vice Mayor Pro Tem, Amy Peck. Thank you for joining us. And the large gathering of law enforcement agencies here. These include our school district police departments, our constables, our regional law enforcement partners. We also want to welcome some of our city council members. Councilmember Willie Davis, raise your hand. Thank you. Councilmember Twyla Carter. Thank you. Councilmember Sally Alcorn. There you are. And I know Councilmember Abby Kamen also has a representative. We also have Houston Fire Chief Pena, Sam Pena. Harris County Sheriff Ed Gonzalez. Fort Bend County Sheriff Eric Fagan. And as I said, representatives from our different constables, our school districts, and our other law enforcement partners, including the DPS. Thank you, Craig. A little history on March on Crime. The March on Crime, Lucha contra el Crimen, began back in 1984 when leaders in African American communities came together and partnered with HPD to fight rising crime rates. The program was so successful that 2 years later, it expanded into the Latino communities. And then, in 1991, March on Crime became a citywide program. This crime prevention program's message is that no one group can fight crime alone. Neighbors need to help neighbors, communities need to work with HPD, and in turn, HPD needs to work with our communities. Everyone needs to take responsibility for keeping this great city safe. HPD and these agencies work alongside us together and discuss and share crime prevention tips all year round. We simply use the month of March to highlight and emphasize those ongoing crime prevention efforts. The goal is to have everyone unite on March on Crime. I'd now like to bring up Vice Mayor Pro Tem Amy Peck to present a proclamation to Chief Finner.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us as we mark HPD's 40th Annual March on Crime initiative and to discuss something we need to be talking about more, crime prevention. I am thankful to be joined by Chief Finner and all the agency partners along us. It is crucial to join forces with all agencies in Houston and the counties to fight crime in our city and region. This is what collaboration looks like. This might be called the HPD March on Crime, but it is really the Houston and counties March on Crime. It doesn't matter if you serve and protect us at a school district, in a constable's office, at the FBI, DPS, Sheriff's Office, or Metro, you are crucial to preventing crime in our community. You just heard some of the history about March on Crime, and to highlight the City of Houston's commitment to the program, I'd like to present Chief Finner with this proclamation on behalf of Mayor Whitmire. In 2024, March on Crime continues to focus on the education of the public on crime and crime prevention in their community and reinforce the Keep Houston Safe public safety campaign. Officers throughout Houston reach out to local businesses, schools, and communities to continue crime prevention and the implementation of crime prevention efforts aimed at the elimination of criminal incidents. The City of Houston commends March on Crime for its tireless work throughout the community to inform citizens about crime prevention and its effort to reduce criminal activity. Therefore, on behalf of Mayor Whitmire and all of the council members who have joined us today, I hereby proclaim February 26, 2024 as March on Crime Day in the City of Houston.
All right. Good. All right. Thank you. Good morning again, everyone, and I want to thank Vice Mayor Pro Tem Peck and all other city council members here. Also want to thank Mayor Whitmire, who could not be here today. We all know that how much he supports law enforcement and all our partners in law enforcement. I want to first ask our community to pray for Montgomery County Sheriff's Office, as they mourn the loss of Deputy Charles Rivette, who was killed in line of duty last week. He was only 38 years old, and he'll be funeralized on Thursday. So a lot of us will be there in support, so we just ask for continued prayers. Also want to thank our local, state, and federal partners. This is what collaboration looks like, a unified front on March on Crime. And thank y'all for being here today. Before I start off with the focus on March on Crime, let me first say that, as I said to our media and community last Thursday, our top priority, and I'm talking about HPD right now at the moment, is our Special Victims Division review of the incident reports on adult sex crimes. We are making progress in reviewing the reports and also contacting complainants. And I want to say this, a press conference on that is, in my opinion, not appropriate. And I'll tell you why. It needs to stand alone. It's very, very important. I want to provide detail. They deserve that, and everybody deserves it. So at the end, during questions, I'll answer a few questions. But remember this. I want to focus on this press conference and give the respect that's due to everybody that's involved on that specific title. Okay? And we will have a press conference or some type of update here in the very near future. So this year, the March on Crime, our main focus is a reduction of violent crime collectively. I want to speak just briefly on our Southeast Crime Reduction Initiative with many of the agencies that you see behind us and on side of me. We're going after the most violent criminals in our region. Part of it is the warrant execution. I'm proud to report in just a few months we've arrested 79 of the most violent offenders in our entire region. That's netting 154 felonies. Another initiative we're looking at, and we're working with all of us again, is the Safe Roads Initiative. We started, as you know, last month. We're truly, and you hear the public and some of these individuals saying street takeovers and all that. No, we're going to take over our cities, our streets and our roads in this whole entire region. Just in a month's time, a little over a month, we have over 11,000 traffic stops, over 500 arrests. So this is the kind of force that you'll see, and it's collective, everybody working together. And this is what Mayor Whitmire spoke about, and this is what we are executing. I just want to thank everybody again. But I want to say true success is when we're all collaborating, community members, our business owners, our political leaders, everybody working together, and I'm very, very proud of that. Another initiatives that we're working on is violent crime, is domestic violence. Over nearly 20% of the homicides are the result of domestic violence, okay? So we want to educate our public, do what we can to assist those who are victims in a way of preventing deaths or serious injury. So we'll continue to work together. As I said, I'm very proud of what we're doing. It's the first 2 months of the year. We're going to continue to work together in this first quarter. And we'll look at where we are stat-wise, but we're going to continue to work together. So next I'd like to bring up Harris County Sheriff Ed Gonzalez, who will be followed by Fort Bend County Sheriff Eric Fagan, and then Commander Garcia will translate in Spanish for us, and then we'll open up for a few questions at the end. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief, and want to recognize my good friend, City of Houston District I Councilmember Joaquin Martinez, that's joined us as well. Thank you, Joaquin, and all the council members and all our public safety partners. want to thank Chief Finner and the Houston Police Department for welcoming us and hosting us today on this very significant milestone. 40 years is a significant amount of time, and it's a significant milestone for this wonderful initiative, this March on Crime, Lucha contra el Crimen. It's very important to every year come together and reinforce what we already know every day, that partnerships are important. Together we are better, and I think that's indicative of the representation that you see here today. We also see City Controller Hollins here. Thank you, City Controller, for being here. But together we are better. Recently, at the start of his administration, Mayor Whitmire convened and met with different public safety leaders, and it was a very important and successful conversation that took place. He asked for additional coordination and collaboration amongst all partners, and that's exactly what we have. And so at the Harris County Sheriff's Office, we're all in. We support the mayor's vision, want it to be successful, and we support all the regional partners that are here. The different initiatives that Chief Finner already mentioned, we're participating in them, and it's important. And when you have a region as diverse and as large as our region that's always thriving and attracts people from so many places, safety is paramount to all of us. And with that also comes a very diverse crime landscape that's out there. We mentioned some of them. Traffic safety is very important. Road rage, street racing, reducing the number of fatal crashes in our region. Our roads are very, very dangerous. Domestic violence is critical, as well as reducing violent crime, and not only making sure that the 79 plus that have already been arrested, the most violent in our community, also stay in jail and are prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Many of them, unfortunately, are already back out. So we got to make sure that we're doing better on that front. We have to operate a very successful and effective entire criminal justice system, not just the enforcement part. And we just want to ask our community and remind them again to stay vigilant, and if you see something suspicious, to report it. And beyond just the enforcement aspects of it, I think it's important also that we remember those that maybe aren't up here today, and that's the community at large, because it's really a shared responsibility, and having the community support is very critical for us fighting crime. It's a shared responsibility. It's not just law enforcement, and I think that's important also as we all work very diligently every day to increase community engagement, making sure we're building community trust. That's very critical in the work that we do, and that's what we want to do. And so today, again, it's about coming together, to supporting the Houston Police Department and all the agencies here. We all work together in different areas, and I think now more than ever we're seeing even more increased collaboration, and I think that that'll lead to successful outcomes. So thank you, Chief. Congratulations for hosting in this milestone, and we look forward to being a part of it. Oh, and one more thing. Just want to make sure that we also give a shout out to all first responders out there.
Yes.
I know the chief is here. We appreciate all the firefighters as well that do a very dangerous job, as well as all the EMS, paramedics, the call takers as well, our dispatchers. We can't forget about them. Again, everybody plays a critical role to make sure we're being successful in our fight against crime. Thank you.
And let me say this before I bring up Fagan, because that's my partner back here, Sam Pena. He just stole my thunder. I do thank you for what you do, all the men and women of the Houston Fire Department, and being here as true partners. It means something when you see police and fire and all our first responders. I want to thank you as well. Thanks. Eric? Sheriff, I meant to say.
I want to say this. Criminals does not follow boundaries. They cross all counties. So that's why it's so important, this collaboration in law enforcement, with all of us working together. In Fort Bend County, we collaborate with the Houston Police Department, where we took down 5 pill mills, took off the street over 1 million pills, took off more guns and gang members, arrested a majority of them, working collaboratively together. We have to work collaboratively, and what you see here is that, a force multiplier to protect all the people of this region. Harris County, Fort Bend, Montgomery County, we all work together. And by doing that, we're all working together to stay safe and to be strong. This is a great city, a great county. Fort Bend, I think it's the greatest, but Harris County as well. But we're the most diverse in the nation, and we're showing by working together we can be the safest. So thank you, Chief Finner, for opening your doors to us, and also thank you, Sheriff, and God bless each and every one. Thank you.
Thanks for being here. Amanda? Yes, sir.
Thank you, Chief. Buenos días. Hace aproximadamente 40 años se celebró la primera lucha contra el crimen. Esta iniciativa es representante de todos los departamentos de policía del área de Houston. Como ustedes pueden ver aquí, tenemos compañeros que nos están apoyando, y están apoyándolos a ustedes, la comunidad, están apoyando desde el nivel local. Tenemos aquí varias personas que representan a los distritos escolares que tienen su departamento de policía. Tenemos a varios sheriffs que son de aquí del condado de Harris, del condado de Fort Bend, y también tenemos a gente a nivel estatal. Tenemos aquí al Departamento de Seguridad Pública del estado de Texas. Así que esto es algo que beneficia a la comunidad en todos los niveles donde vivan ustedes. Como dije, hace 40 años, en 1984, esta iniciativa comenzó en un área específica de Houston. Estaba en un área predominantemente ocupada por la comunidad afroamericana. 2 años después se extendió a la comunidad hispana y en 1991 esta iniciativa se hizo a nivel de toda la ciudad. Antes de continuar con esto sobre la lucha contra el crimen, a nombre del alcalde y a nombre de todos los que estamos aquí, especialmente a mi jefe, queremos pedir oraciones, estamos pidiendo oraciones para el oficial Charles Rivet, que es un miembro del condado de Montgomery, que falleció dentro de la línea de servicio. Estaba dando servicio a la comunidad cuando murió, desgraciadamente. Entonces, queremos que sepan que estamos pensando en él, en su familia y en su agencia. Bueno, ahora vamos a continuar sobre esta iniciativa de la lucha contra el crimen. Estamos hablando de que todas las agencias aquí presentes, durante todo el año estamos trabajando para ustedes, incluyendo a las personas que también son servidores públicos, como los miembros del Departamento de Bomberos de la ciudad de Houston. Todo el año trabajamos para ustedes, pero específicamente en el mes de marzo nos juntamos para ponernos de acuerdo de nuevo y unificarnos en esta lucha. Como dijo el jefe de la policía, va a haber 3 iniciativas. Primero vamos a hablar sobre la violencia doméstica, que sabemos que el 20% de los homicidios son a causa de la violencia doméstica. Vamos a enfocarnos en eso. También vamos a hablar sobre el robo de autos, que es algo que nos afecta a muchos y que fue una de las áreas donde aumentó el nivel del crimen el año pasado. También quiero hablar sobre la iniciativa de las carreteras seguras. Esta iniciativa nos ha dado muchos beneficios. Desde que empezó el mes pasado, ha habido 11,000 paradas de tráfico y se han arrestado a más de 500 conductores que han tenido varias ofensas. También quiero hablar sobre la iniciativa de reducción del crimen del sureste de Texas. En esta iniciativa, desde del 1 de enero, ha habido 79 fugitivos que fueron arrestados y esas 79 personas fueron responsables por 154 crímenes mayores. Por último, el jefe también dijo que en relación a la conferencia de prensa de la semana pasada sobre la agresión sexual, sobre la división de víctimas especiales, ahorita no es el momento de entrar en detalles, pero él promete que va a haber, estamos avanzando, en primer lugar, estamos avanzando en esa investigación, en esa revisión de casos, y pronto vamos a tener una conferencia de prensa específicamente para eso. Sin más, muchas gracias por su atención.
Thank you, Commander. We'll open up for questions.
You talk about the collaboration between different law enforcement agencies. I know Mayor Whitmire had mentioned wanting to bring in additional DPS troopers. Is that something that's happened already, and if so, can you talk about where they're?
Our partners with DPS, and I want to say partners again and again. They're with us under collaboration. I'm great friends with Regional Director Brown and a lot of other people that are here. They're working with us, and you see their cars in our city. You see their airship, the helicopter over our city assisting. So that will continue, and everybody is sitting here. I don't want to just pick out DPS. Collaboration is all of us, and that's what I'm so proud of. So yes, absolutely. Next question.
Chief, good morning to you. Good morning,
Morning.
everyone. We heard you talk about the importance of family violence and cutting that down. We heard it in Spanish. We also heard the reference to vehicular crimes. What we've uncovered also, and we're not talking about the sexual assault victims, but that the code used to not investigate was used with major assaults as also with the Vehicular Crimes Division. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, that is part of our review, and I think I said we're going to look all over our department, but the sexual assault type of incident reports, that's our priority right now, but we are looking at all of that, and we'll address it, and we'll get numbers, and that's why I wanted to say all of this with that code is so important. I don't want to squeeze it in before or after a press conference. I want it to be its own press conference because it's just that important to our department, but more importantly to the community and definitely potential victims.
And the fact that it has happened in other departments, sir, what's your reaction to that?
It is something that we need to fix. We're going to fix it. Just as we're looking at this division, we're going to look at every division in our agency. It's very important. Okay? Anything else? Go ahead.
With this effort, what's new this year? You said you've been doing it 40 years. Is there any particular focus or strategy that's different this year?
I just think collaboration, true, and we've collaborated before, but if you can ask and speak to, and I'll speak for them, I think all of my leaders with my colleagues, I meant to say, from other agencies, we hadn't seen it this strong. Okay, organized effort and with an organized plan, really going after violent criminals and anything that we need to do. So we're really proud about that, and I think that's the difference. And we'll see in a month or two. Let's put some stats out there and let's see how we're doing. But I think it's going to be great. But I do want to say something that Chief Fenner is going to focus on a little bit more. We got to look at the whole criminal justice system already, and we're going to put some of those stats out. We're arresting some of the most violent offenders. We cannot allow them, once they've been violent time after time again, we arrest them, risking our lives, risking everybody else's lives. We put them in custody, and they're released. Not talking about low-level nonviolent. We're talking about some of our most violent offenders, murder suspects. We absolutely cannot continue to do that, and I'm going to speak out more about it. I really am. Anything else? Yes, go ahead.
You talked earlier about just the statistics when we talk about traffic. What is that, like a safe initiative? What does that look like on a collaborative effort with
the thing that I want to say, I have retired officers, a few of them that called me over the last month and said, Chief, I don't know what y'all are doing, and it's not HPD. It's just a conversation. It's all of us. Send more units out. I can tell you something that happened during COVID, and we've all talked about it as leaders. When COVID was in its high form, okay, people were dying. Our agencies, all of us, we were experiencing, staffing issues. So we wanted to keep our officers and people on the front line, including our support, safe. So we decreased, the traffic stops. COVID is the heart of it. It's gone. It's time for us to get back out and police our cities. And this is the Houston region. This is not New York or Chicago, and I don't mean anything negative. What I'm trying to say is we don't have mass transit. People drive their vehicles. And if you want to control crime, or you want to impact crime, and all of us are collectively doing it together, you got to control the streets. And that's what we're setting out to do. So you'll see more visibility. One thing that I didn't talk about, and we've all talked about it behind the scenes, technology. We all want more tech, more license plate readers, more cameras. So all of that is a part of it, and I think you'll see positive results in our region.
Chief, on the Lakewood Church shooting, do you have a timeline for when that body camera footage is going to be?
It may come out as early as today. A part of that process is giving the family members opportunity to come in and view that. I think that may have happened as early today. If it does, we're not going to delay. We're going to get it out. Okay, thanks for asking that, because a lot of people ask. Okay, thank y'all for being here. Really appreciate everything, and I'm proud of all our law enforcement, and let me say thanks to our support teams. You see the uniforms, but all of us can't do anything without our support staff, and again, HFD and all first responders, thanks for being true partners, and thank y'all. Thank you, media, for what you do.